Hey, what's up guys? Steve here with Penguin Outdoors YouTube channel. And as you know, it's been winter, so I haven't really been shooting much. So I was going through the hard drives and cleaning some stuff up, and I found a video from this summer that I shot and never actually used. Now, I never use this video because, plain and simple, it makes me look stupid. I've been kayaking since I was, I don't know, about 12 or 13 years old, including river kayaking. Now, since I've been kayaking for so long, I pride myself on my ability to read rivers and situations. So I live not too far from the Salt River. And a lot of times before I go out, I'll drive down to the bridge and I'll kind of sit there at the bridge and I'll watch how the water flows under the bridge. And then I'll go to the dam and I'll watch how it's flowing down around the bends. I can see how it flows at the bridge that's over here the other way by my house. I just kind of get a feel for it and I go out. I have been out on the Salt River in this kayak dozens of times without issue, except for this time. I misread the river. I got on, I was cruising down, I was distracted by some bridge construction and stuff, and I just went down and started dropping jug lines, and next thing I knew, I got a couple bends down and the water was getting pretty sketchy. Now, you could argue that the flow was increased after I got out on the water or whatever, but the fact is, it just looks very deceptive. And when I play this video for you, I'm gonna put in some text and stuff like that and kind of show you what I was seeing and what I probably should have seen. But as far as looking at the actual water, from my point of view, it looks very calm and manageable, but that was not the case. So it took all of my energy to get back to shore that day. I'm not even gonna BS you, it whooped me. And there were some moments in there where I was pretty nervous, pretty sketched out. It all just kind of snuck up on me. I have never been in trouble with conservation in my life. I got a fine after this video because in Missouri, you got to check on your jug lines every 24 hours. After I shot this video, they opened the flow on the river even more. So there was no way I was going out and trying to retrieve the couple of jug lines I had out. And so 24 hours went past. I still would have been okay, honestly, if I would have gone out and got them, but they didn't drop the water down. Well, fast forward 3 days goes by. I've got work. I come home from work. The very next morning, I've got a phone call from a conservation agent. Well, wouldn't you know, while I was at work, they dropped the water level down. He's out walking the paths that go along the river, sees the jug lines, marks them, comes back the next morning and sees they haven't moved. And of course, being a law-abiding citizen, all of my information is right there on him. And honestly, when he came by with the jug lines, I thought I was gonna tell him, show him the footage, and he was just gonna say, hey, look, you've never been in trouble before, and I was gonna get a warning. Not so much the case. He didn't really want to hear it, didn't want to see the video. Understandable, he was just going by, hey, this is the rule, 24 hours, you didn't do it. I don't know what to tell you, and I ended up paying a decent fine and court costs on it. I wasn't too happy about that. So this was a big lesson learned all the way around. I'm going to stop rambling and just get right to the video. So first I'm going to hit you with our intro, and then we're going to get to the video.
We know what we have, let's hold on tight. Found what we're looking for in life. Call us crazy, but things are finally right. With you and I, the future is bright.
Super foggy out this morning. I don't know how well it'll come out, but oh yeah, there it is. Super foggy this morning. It's gonna be another hot one, that's for sure, but weather's gonna be great, so I'm gonna get some coffee in me and get Kira off to summer school and then get this party started. She's a little upset with me today. She's happy about summer school, but she just realized I'm going fishing without her and she's not too happy with me at the moment. So coffee, child off, rock on. All right, y'all, I'm loaded up and on the move, heading out to the Salt River. It's gonna be a short trip today. I've got other stuff that I need to get done before Kira gets done with summer school. So we're just gonna run out. We're gonna bait up the jug lines. I've got bluegill going on them, and we'll get them out in the water, and then we're gonna go back out and pick them up tomorrow morning. There's some, I don't know what the fuck is in that bushes, but there's something freaky deaky in there. Get the fuck out of here. Bigfoot, Jersey Devil, they're coming for me. Guys, we're about to launch. One thing I didn't really think about, I showed you in a previous video the bridge construction that keeps me from getting from my house to here quickly. That bridge is right down there. You can just barely see it. I'm not entirely sure I can or that I'm allowed to paddle under it, but they haven't closed the boat ramp, and if you go that way, all you hit is a dam in like a couple hundred yards. So I'm gonna go for it. Look at that. All that worry about nothing. That bridge is wide open. All right, we're on the move. Now, this is definitely not the way I recommend you transport your bluegill. They are barely hanging on and probably won't recover when they're in the water. I cannot find my frabill, my tow behind, and I couldn't figure out a good way to put my 5-gallon live bucket in the kayak with everything else. Not in this kayak, this one's too tippy. Now the tricky thing about this river is the water levels. So when they open and close the little dam over there, which sometimes they don't do for weeks, sometimes they do all the time, it really messes with the level, obviously. So like this area here, in a matter of hours, if they decide to, could be a beach. And the water wouldn't start until way out here. So when you're setting junk lines and stuff, you kind of have to spread them out, because this area is a great area to set one, but if they choose to stop the water, well then it's just sitting on the land. So it's a little tricky on this river, but it's been up for a while and we're expecting some rain. I don't think they're gonna drop it. won't really be able to see me at the moment because I can't hold the camera. But the camera, but this camera has the best audio. I'm currently paddling back up. I've canceled the trip and turned around. This was gonna be a fishing video originally. It's now going to be a safety video. And I'm not gonna talk for much longer because I don't want to wind myself. While setting a jug line back there, I realized I was in trouble. I had to go back up against the current for a minute, and I severely underestimated the current. I don't know if they've opened the dam up some, or if I just really misjudged the river. I knew it was sketchy. I believed it to be within my abilities, and it is now going to take all the energy that I have to make it back up to the boat ramp. Whew. Yeah, we're doing a safety video. There's a couple key things with kayaking that are really important. One, never do it alone, at least not on a river. I mean, you should really never do it alone anyway, but river solo or being a couple miles out like in the ocean is a bad plan. Reservoirs, not so bad, like where we usually go. Don't kayak alone. 2, hydration. That one's always important. That should probably actually be number 1. You need to stay hydrated, which I'm doing. I haven't violated that particular rule today. But for what it's worth, still having fun. Adventure's an adventure, man. Any day outside is a good day. Any day you wake up is a good day. So I'll rest here for a minute and make sure I wake up tomorrow. You know, something I forget pretty much universally, whether I'm going to the water or whether I'm going to like the swimming pool, is a towel. I don't know why. For somebody who spends as much time as I do in and around water, I never remember a towel. If it wasn't for Kira, I'd never even remember dry clothing. She keeps me on track with all that. So. Never been so happy to see that thing. Whew. Well, we hoped you enjoyed this video. If you want to see more great videos from the Penguin Outdoors YouTube channel, don't forget to click subscribe. And while you're at it, hit that little bell so you get notified when new content is available. Please leave us a comment down below and let us know what you thought. And don't forget to hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.